Another project for today. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up, like I said, the Auxbeam. This guy. Now I got that back on, I don't even remember when it was, Amazon Prime Day. I forgot how much I paid for it. Maybe a little over $100, I forget. Anyway, let me do the unboxing and then finally get this project going. Okay, let's see what we actually have in this thing. I guess that's the part number. Okay. This looks like, so you can add on whatever you want, right? I think I have the 6-pod one, something like that. Anyway, I might use a bunch of these. I'm not sure which ones yet. What is this? Auxbeam 6-gang switch panel. I guess this is just an overview of what's in it. And sticker. Okay, this must be the connector from the switch panel to the box. Mounting to a tape. I may use that, who knows. Also comes with another mounting bracket thing. What do we have here? This is gonna tap into our fused power source. This is another bracket. What's this? What is all this? Whoa, okay, this is the whole thing. And of course, mounting hardware, screws, Allens, and fuses. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so basically these are 6 relays. So you could actually do away with whatever relays you have, or you could also wire it in. Either way, I'm assuming you find your own grounds, and these are all positives. So this side goes to the battery. This is your connector for the actual panel. So pretty easy. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, right? Sort of. Okay, that's what we got. Okay, so let me show you guys in a nutshell what the Auxbeam does, and switch row, kind of the same thing. My current setup is this. See that? This is my fuse box, distribution block, whatever you want to call it. It takes a positive and a negative. The positive is up here, negative is down here. Now and my relays are here. I have a bunch of relays in here. I got relays all over the place. I have another power wire. There's about 4 power wires in here that goes into the cab. The Auxbeam will eliminate all of this mess, that mess. And so I'll show you guys what you're typically familiar with. This little bird nest, right? We all know what this is. This is your switch, your relay, positive, negative, and then it splits off into your lights or whatever you want. And you gotta deal with this whole mess. So now all we have is a single box, right? This takes place of all my relays. This takes place of all my wiring. And I get to put my stock factory panel back in. All your relays are here. All you basically need is just one. Well, you could cut this off, so your lights would connect to this, right? Your lights connect, and you would just ground one side, and you just need a single power wire that comes into here, and you can change the fuses to whatever you want. Your relays are here. Everything is going to be neatly mounted, and probably mounted back there somewhere. It just takes one 12-volt source here. The ground wire is here, and then an accessory wire for the lights inside. So this little box will eliminate all my fuses and all my relays that's in here. This mess, I have a ton of relays in there. More power wire, hot power wires going into the cab. And I mean, that's pretty much how people usually do it, I guess. I don't know. But I didn't want all those power wires, 12-volt hot sources going into the cab, just in case something happens. I need to decide where I'm going to mount the panel, this thing. And I kind of already have an idea. And currently I have all these switches, right? The LED light bar, the bumper, the rear lights, the ditch lights. So I can take this whole panel out, put my stock factory panel back in, and this will mount exactly right there, clean. This is all you'll see. They have multiple panels. They have what, 4 panel. This is a 6 panel. They have an 8, and I don't know, a bunch of others. But anyway, the first thing is to start off fresh. So I will take out all those wires, take out all those switches, take out the entire mess. So once I do that, then we can start the process. Well, this is pretty horrible. Woke up this morning, thought I would finish the Auxbeam, and it's raining. This is probably only the second time this year, I think, that it's raining out here where I live. Miserable. It seldom ever rains, and I have no idea what to do now. All right, time to play some Call of Duty, and guess I'll check back with you guys a little later this afternoon. Okay, great. The rain just stopped. Unfortunately, it's already 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me see how far I can get and get this project finished with before the rain comes again. Okay, now they're off. I mean, the block is off. I can finally get rid of all these relays. Oh my god, this whole bird nest over here. I have what? 4 power wires going into the cab. All this mess down here. Oh. Wow. So it's pretty easy to clean this up. I'm just gonna take everything out, start new, and say this is the Raptor lights. The fuses are already built in. The relay is already built into the Auxbeam. All you do is go power and ground. That's it. No brainer. Let me start wiring up some of these, and then I'll show you the last bits. And this is what the bird nest looks like inside the car. So of course I made these nice wire looms, but yeah, it's bad. Okay, like I said, let me clean this up, start plugging them in one at a time, and then I'll show you the last bit so it's easier to follow. All right, everything is pulled out, so let's see what I what I pulled out of that truck. So I had the main power wire going to the fuse box, power and ground. This is the switch panel in the truck. That went to that power wire, which went to that relay that controlled the ditch lights, that relay that controlled the rear lights, that relay that controlled the LED bumper, that relay that went to the fog lights. That was the power wire that distributed the power to turn on during light, when I turn on the driver lights, whatever. Anyway, what a mess. So all that down there gets replaced with just one of the Auxbeam, that main box that has all the relays built in. No power wires will go into the cab, just a low signal from that pad. That takes a low current and that turns on the relays. Then what else? Your grounds are immediately close to your lights. So each light that's on the truck will be grounded right where its closest ground point. And that's supposed to be better. Next is just a power wire that goes straight to the box. Everything's gonna look clean. I'll show you guys where I'm gonna mount the box now. Okay, so the sun is setting. Can't use the GoPro. Hopefully the iPhone will catch the lighting a lot better. I need to decide where I'm gonna mount the box. Most people mount the box on the fuse box. I don't want to do that, and the reason is that it's just going to make things a little harder if I ever have to access the fuses, relays, or whatever in here. I was going to mount it back there. It was a little bit too much trouble. I did end up moving the battery over 1 inch, and that's totally fine. And I'm going to mount it here, right there. That will let me actually access it really easily. I can get to it really easily. It's not in the way of anything. It's totally fine. Close enough for all my accessory wires to reach there. And I'm gonna ground each light to its closest ground point, and then just the positive will run to the box, and that should be it. Let me see if I can put this on time lapse and get this knocked out really quick. It's super easy. There's an existing mounting hole that had some ground wires through from the factory. I'm gonna use that. The other side, I'm just gonna drill a hole and put my own nut and bolt and use some stainless steel nut and bolt, and that should not rust. So let me take care of that, and then we start wiring everything up. Alright, so the battery's out. I can show you guys what I did. This screw here, that screw was the original ground screw, grounding wire. This is the one that you guys saw me drill, and I put a nut zerk in it. Rivet nut, rivet, whatever, I don't know. This is from an old shock. I just pulled out the center. I'm gonna use these as risers or spacers for the box. Okay, so almost done. Let me just put this in and we'll get it finished. Okay, just like that, kind of that easy. I made all my ground wires. See all these little loops. So I'm gonna ground these guys out wherever they need to. So once I ground all of those, next step is to just take the positive from each one, like this, run it in, like that, and that should be it. And then wire up the switch panel. It's just a butt connector, twist type, and I think I'm finally done. Oh, I have to mount the plate. I'll show you guys how I mounted that. But let me screw all these in first and get this part over with. So I actually want to use the factory, this guy. So what I'm gonna do is just, I unscrewed the coin tray thing, whatever this little pocket is, took that off, and I'm left with this. So I'm gonna put the stock plugs back in, put all this back in. I'm gonna trace a piece of aluminum. Hopefully I get more aluminum from good old brother Keola over there. I'm gonna trace this onto a piece of aluminum, That's going to be the backing plate for this. So the aluminum is going to go back here. I'm going to make holes, bolt it in with the factory hardware. And there's a bracket that the new switch panel comes with, and that bracket will bolt directly to the front of this, and I'll show you guys how that looks. Here's a piece of aluminum. You can use anything. You can use wood, you can use plastic, whatever you want. So I traced out the back of the pocket here. Just trace that out, drill the holes, bang, screw it in, paint it. You can paint it black or whatever. And then the mounting bracket will go to the front faceplate. Can't even tell. Let me grab some black spray paint and paint this up, and we'll see what it looks like. And here's what it looks like, painted. Here's the switch panel. I am going to put this bracket here, like that. That's going to go like that. This one came with all these brackets, so you just screw it on, and it'll look something like this. So let me finish screwing it together and put it in the truck. And this is the completed version. This is my rendition of what it's going to look like. And we can always adjust the angle of the panel. And just got to put on whatever stickers you want, clean it with alcohol, wipe, put it on, and that's it. So let me throw this in the truck and finally get this project over with at the end of the year. Hang in there. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but I fished a piece of wire through or whatever. Take off the tape, and then this will go through the panel, up through here where the space is. We're gonna put this guy up here. Aha, and that should be it. So let me fight with this, fish that guy through the top and get it through. Next, everything's connected. Let's just push this guy in there. Ta-da! And then I'll adjust this as I see fit and lock it in place with the Allen wrenches on the side. Okay, that's all done, clean, taken care of. Time to get the battery in. Okay, so I tapped into right here, and this goes on when I turn the key on. It's that second 10 amp fuse. Put in one of these T things. That is it, guys. Cover this up. That's it. Now time to test everything, make sure everything works perfect. One little bit of tip. Do not forget to change out your fuses. See these? I think the factory gives you a whole bunch of different fuses to try, and I think there's a 5 and a 10. The first one is loaded with a 5, second and third is loaded with a 10, I believe. The 5 and the 10s are not enough to run lighting equipment. I found that out real fast when I turned it on and it popped. So yeah, switch those guys out to 20 or 30 or whatever your specific needs call for. With that being said, let me show you the finished product and we'll see what it looks like. The last step is to clean the pad with alcohol, which is what I did, and decide what I guess which ones you guys want as far as to be your markers. So I cleaned this with alcohol, and I just have to decide what I'm going to use. I'll use light bar, I'll use rear, the roof ones, and maybe fog lights. There's all kinds of stuff on here that you guys can use. So pretty much you can wire up anything that you want to the switch panel. You can put a heater, you can put on whatever pumps, you can put on air management systems, anything you want to turn off and on. One thing I do suggest is not to wire up your 12 volt, your accessory source directly to a 12 volt power. I did that on my other system. The good thing is that, yeah, you can turn on the lights whenever you want. The bad thing is you'll do what I do and forget to turn one of them off and come back to a dead truck. So much for that. I'll show you what it looks like as far as with it all lit up, and then I think that's pretty much it. We can call it a day. All right, let's take a look and see how it came out. There we go. Not bad. Turn accessories on, and then let's try the reverse lights. And then we'll do the roof lights. And then we can do the fog lights. Oh, there's a lot of going back and forth. And then we got the light bar. And the light bar. And the last one are the Raptors, right? Which is my daytime running. There you go. And there we go. And I believe you can turn them all off or on with, there you go. Now everything's off, see? Okay, that is it. I'm done, I'm tired. Now I can get on to the real projects. Finally getting a chance to install the lift kit. So next year I'll do the unboxing. That's in what, 5 days or so, a couple days. I can't even think right now. Merry Christmas to everyone. Thanks for sticking around and checking out the videos. I am tired already. Thanks guys. Have a good year. Have a good one. Stay safe. I'll see you guys on the next project.